Now on CoastTV News.
West Nile virus, the dangerous mosquito-borne disease, has been found in Delaware chickens for the first time this year. What you need to know.
Ocean Pine's safety, protecting the people on 2 feet and 2 wheels with crosswalk improvements in the coastal town.
A piece of history, the fight to preserve the past in Lewes, progress made in preserving and transforming the historic Nassau School.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Mosquitoes threaten Delaware farms with the detection of the West Nile virus. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 6. We begin tonight with the West Nile virus, now detected in sentinel chickens. Those are chickens purposefully used to monitor mosquito-borne illnesses.
Now, DENREC confirms 8 sentinel chickens were positive with that disease. It's the first time this year that has been the case. Joining us live now in Milford, that area, is CoastTV News anchor Mallory Metzner. In Lincoln specifically, Mallory, a real concern regarding West Nile virus, in addition to chickens, are horses in the area.
DENREC says those chickens were from 5 of its 20 sentinel chicken stations in all 3 Delaware counties. We're here at Courageous Hearts, where the horses provide therapy to people in all parts of the state. In order to keep the animals and the people safe and healthy, the team here is being proactive and taking precautions. Horses at Courageous Hearts enjoy their manes and tails blowing in the warm breeze. But outside of this peaceful pasture, the West Nile virus has been detected in all 3 Delaware counties in sentinel chickens. Courageous Hearts provides equine-assisted psychotherapy and learning to all parts of Delaware. And like the company's name, Danielle Maldonado says they're standing courageous and protected against the virus.
We take precautions twice a year through vaccination of our horses here on the farm. We also take precautions with making sure we're dumping waters frequently to reduce the mosquito larval population as well. In our pond, we have the goldfish and the ducks who kind of take care of that as well.
In addition to those precautions, there is good news. According to the Delmarva Chicken Association, West Nile has been detected in only sentinel chickens, meaning there's no fear that there's an outbreak in boiler chickens, which are used in food. The mental health therapy program here is grounded with no riding involved. Instead, participants feel the emotions of the horses.
They get sad, they get lonely, they get tired, they get sick.
Which is why it's extra important for the program here that this herd stays healthy.
Just because they live in herds very similar to people in communities. They support each other, they nurture each other. They also have emotions the same as people do. They get sad, they get lonely, they get tired, they get sick. And when people come out here, they can feel their emotions through the horses, and it often kind of brings it down a little bit.
Horses trotting along through the risk, ready to use their healing powers for mental health and not get sick. Some good news. As of today, there have been no reports of human cases of West Nile virus here in Delaware, and none of the chickens used for food are detected to have the virus. Still, DENREC says the risk remains until it gets cooler in mid-October or later. So remember to use insect repellent and wear light-colored long-sleeved clothing. I'm Mallory Metzner, live in Lincoln, CoastTV News.
Mallory, thank you. DENREC might initiate mosquito population control measures in affected areas if there's a lot of mosquitoes and different species present. Now, you can help, just like those ladies you saw there, eliminating standing water and outdoor items like buckets, trash cans, bird baths, and even your rain gutters.
New tonight, state police investigating a shooting in Bridgeville. Here's what we know so far. Police say at 4:45 p.m. on Sunday, troopers responded to a home on Mill Park Drive. Officials say troopers learned that an unknown person fired several shots at a group of people on the property. Here's the good news: nobody was hurt.
The Milton Finance Committee met today to discuss the town's proposed budget for next year. And here's a big one. A proposed fee schedule has a property tax increase of 33%. Milton's mayor says this increase is beyond the town's control to maintain employee benefits. People who live in Milton say more taxes, while maybe unpleasant, just makes sense.
I call it growing pains. I don't have much of a problem with it. Nobody wants to see their taxes go up, but I don't have a problem with it because as more people move in, you're going to need more schools, infrastructure, roadways, just the facts of life.
This would be the town's third tax increase in 3 years after a 17% increase in 2023, a 9% increase in 2024, but it still needs to go in front of council for approval.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now into the Ocean City area as we turn things over to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams. Paul, what is the weather doing today?
Well, it's acting like summertime is supposed to. A chance of an afternoon spot shower or two, not so bad. A little bit on the warm side, but not so bad. The main thing is it's just not so bad, which is a good thing for a Monday. Our Boardwalk Plaza camera, and we're holding it 77 degrees. See, that's not so bad. And for tonight, we're going to stay in the 70s with partly cloudy skies. Not concerned about any precipitation. Right now, we're at 77 in Rehoboth, but 85 in Milton, as well as Millsboro. The dew point temperature is escalating into the 70s, so it is a bit on the muggy side outside. So you will get your sweat on, whether you're trying to or not. But here's the latest look at live radar, and we are staying very clear at this present time. We're seeing a little bit in the way of bulking up the scattered showers on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay area. And this is going to be indicative of the pattern that we're expecting most of the work week, which is muggy throughout most of the day and a chance of a spot shower in the afternoon. Basically, we're going to be like Florida for the next few days, Charlie.
A big step forward for a proposed offshore wind farm. New today, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, it has released its final environmental impact statement on a key permit. That is a statement that provides decision makers and the public a full discussion of environmental impacts for proposed actions. U.S. Wind is behind the project, which includes up to 114 turbines and offshore substation platforms in Maryland. The Bureau says that the project statement will be published in the coming days.
New tonight, we're in the middle of the busy season on the coast, right? Which means more foot traffic in Ocean Pines. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us what the town is doing to make sure bikers and walkers get to their destination safely.
Cars zipping by pedestrians in Ocean Pines. Michelle Traxel owns a house in town, and she says she worries every time she takes her dog out for a walk.
On a scale 1 to 10, 10 being not safe, I would say 8 or 9 depending on the day.
The Worcester County Bike and Pedestrian Coalition wants to change that reality. They recently met with the Ocean Pines Association, giving them updates on what they're doing to try and keep Ocean Pines safe for everyone, from drivers to cyclists to those just crossing the street. Ocean Pines Chief of Police Tim Robinson is working with the coalition, which has already put some new safety measures into action on the south side of Ocean Pines.
New signage allowing drivers to, that there is a walking path crossing the road along with actual crosswalks. So we feel that's really going to go a long way to helping to increase safety in that area.
And they're not stopping there. In the future, they plan on adding guidance on Route 589. Directing bikers and joggers on which way they should be going on the road. The ultimate goal, of course, is to avoid accidents, injury, and even something worse.
I just feel like, sometimes there's drivers that are cautious, and those are probably people that walk and do bike, but there are a lot of people that just go way too fast, and they're going to end up hurting someone.
Chief Robinson said they've been very fortunate this year with very few incidents happening in Ocean Pines, and they plan on keeping it that way. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean Pines, Coast TV News.
New today, a Delaware couple that was brutally attacked by the same man who killed Corporal Keith Heacook in 2021. That couple recently passed away. Judith and Stephen Franklin both died on the same day, July 18th. That's according to online obituaries. Here's a photo on your screen here of the Franklins that was published on the funeral home website. Both in their 70s were viciously beaten by Randon Wilkerson, who lied and told them he needed help after attacking the Delmar police officer. Again, that was in 2021. The Franklins made a full recovery since then, but their cause of death has not been revealed. We are just getting started this evening.
We're going to take a look at our Delmarva favorite summer games bracket and see where your voting falls.
And we're watching out for an outbreak of thunderstorms in the afternoon for the next few days in a row. More on that in a moment.
First, it looks like we aren't too far removed from the past. We'll show you how Delaware organizations are working to preserve and transform a piece of history in Lewes when we come back in just 60 seconds.
The beach, the yard work, road trips. You need a vacation from summer vacation. And all you really want is a good night's sleep in your own bed. But is it comfortable? Find your dream mattress at Out & Brothers Home Furnishings. Memory foam, inner spring, cool top, pillow top, adjustable base. The perfect mattress to fit every body and every budget. With payments as low as $19 a month. That's less than taking the family out for ice cream. And mama needs a new mattress. From Out & Brothers. Furnishing Delmarva for over 75 years.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind because you deserve the best.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
From the air, you can see the historic school that is in the works to become a museum. It's the mission of our organizations, of 4 organizations here in Delaware.
The Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice, along with the Nassau Coalition, the Delaware Division of Historical and Cultural Affairs, and the Greater Lewes Community Foundation, working together now to preserve and restore the building with plans to turn it into a museum. Coast TV News reporter Zakia Jennings shows us how religion was important at that school.
Walk into the building of the Nassau School, also known as the Belltown School. What you see is a school built in 1922. Black students were educated here from 1st through 8th grade. Gerald Allen attended the school from 1st through 4th grade during a time of segregation, but his views on education never fell short.
I was prepared for the joint venture with the integration of schools, so I was very prepared. We had great self-confidence. The teachers always told us that education is very important. If you got a good education, that was one thing that could not be taken away from you.
As you look from the school across the street to this church, you realize religion and prayer was important in the daily life of students and teachers. Charlotte King is the founder of the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. She has a passion for people and education, which led her to the Nassau School.
We said, let's form an organization with the mission to eliminate racism, or a vision to eliminate racism and its corrosive consequences. And we would do that through education, information, and advocacy programs. I think it is amazing that Pierre DuPont, a white man, was so upset that Delaware said we will not educate black children, we will not allow them in our schools.
The school is one of 80 built by Pierre DuPont and one of 33 in Sussex County. It provided black students and teachers with community and education until 1965.
The next steps for this piece of history is to fix up the porch, keeping the original glass right up here. The organizations plan to keep the community up to date and hope to have a groundbreaking in the future. I'm Zakia Jennings in Lewes, Coast TV News.
Well, we take a look at our forecast for our Gulf forecast, and we're expecting for it to stay cooperative for us. We're looking pretty good, to be quite honest, but there's just going to be a little humid, maybe a chance of an afternoon shower. We'll go ahead and sneak some browns in.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Well-qualified buyers get 1.9% APR when you finance with GM Financial. Or current Chevy owners can get $6,500 total value on this Silverado. That's 12% below MSRP.
Attention Delmarva homeowners. HomeSmart started with 50, then 30. Now we've reached the final days, looking for 20 homes to participate in our bath makeover event and receive test market pricing on a beautiful new walk-in shower. We want to showcase our Kohler Luxe Stone showers in real bathrooms, including Kohler's proprietary crushed stone walls that won't harbor bacteria or soap scum. You'll get promotional pricing just to determine if our exquisite product lines are the right fit for your bathroom project. Final days, 20 homeowners will save. Receive 50% off installation of a new Kohler Luxe Stone shower. Plus, call during this program for no payments until 2025. Senior and military discounts. Call HomeSmart now with zip code and location to qualify. Call 1-800-616-8289. That's 1-800-616-8289.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would say.
So they're made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think so.
And they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out? And the custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Mr. Meyer was an awesome teacher.
I taught middle school math in Wilmington.
He goes out of his way. You could just see he really cared.
My students faced the most serious challenges in our community. They needed so much more than algebra.
When he became county executive, he worked to improve all of our schools.
We got teachers funding to innovate in their classrooms, started 1,000 Kids Coding to help low-income students get high-income skills.
Matt Meyer is someone who, when he says he's gonna do something, he does the work. Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Even though we are expecting a few thunderstorms in the afternoon hours, we are expecting typical summer-type climatological events for the next couple of days. Our Hershey's exterior camera expecting 75 and partly cloudy skies at 10 o'clock. We warmed to 87 not only in Georgetown, but also in Salisbury. Currently, we're holding at 87 in Redden, 85 in Milton and Lewes, but we're holding at an even 77 degrees Indian River Inlet as well as Rehoboth Beach. Take a look at the dew point temperatures creeping back into the 70s. That's the miserable level right there for us. But at least it's not 90s plus that, but that will happen later on during the week. Our live radar is reflecting just how clear we are. Limited cloud cover. We do have somewhat gusty winds with a small craft advisory off of the Sussex County coast with 25-mile-per-hour winds. Aside from that, we're looking uneventful for right now. We're getting a preview as to what's on the way with these isolated showers popping up on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay area because we're looking for that same general pattern really for the rest of the week. With a relatively weak trough with a couple of impulses along it, that's going to help pulsate those scattered showers in our direction, particularly in the afternoon hours. Now, if you're going to be doing a little retail therapy, you'll be okay till we get to, let's say 8 o'clock when those scattered showers really begin to kick in. And notice the winds coming directly out of the south. Our highs for tomorrow in the mid-80s, as you can see clearly from Millsboro to Seaford. But we're all watching out for an isolated afternoon thunderstorm. Same holds true for us in Federalsburg 84, Vienna 85, Cambridge 83. Look for a mixture of clouds and sunshine from Salisbury to Ocean City as well, with temperatures in the 80s. Our breakdown as far as Tuesday morning, we're clear. Tuesday afternoon, surge of wind out of the south, but we're still clear of the rain. Tuesday evening, that's when those isolated pockets of thunderstorms are expected to pop through and pop up. Wednesday morning, mid-morning, we're okay, but Wednesday afternoon, we could get a quick isolated shower going into late Wednesday night, Thursday morning. We talked about some concerns about the mosquitoes spreading some problems. Well, our mosquito activity is going to be high for Tuesday and Wednesday and very high on Thursday because we're going to be muggier then. So we're looking for it to stay muggy for the next 3 days along the coast, generally speaking, Ocean City as well as Fenwick Island, temperatures in the 80s. Same holds true for us in Lewes as well as Rehoboth Beach. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Paul, thank you. With all the excitement in Paris, we wanted to find out what Delmarva's favorite summer game is.
We've chosen a few common favorite sports, all of which can be watched right here on Coast TV over the next 2 weeks. You can vote for your favorites in the Delmarva's favorite summer games bracket. Let's take a look right now. This is basketball rugby. Now, as a longtime basketball person, I expect to see more votes to come in later.
Yeah, I think basketball is probably going to go a little bit further than there. But you know what? Again, don't forget to choose your favorites. We have a lot more face-offs happening right now online.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? It is about that time where teams are vying for the Little League World Series qualifier, and our local stars are showing out to get to that very stage. The West Salisbury Little League squad has punched their ticket in. They beat Rising Sun 4-2 and now will represent Maryland in the Majors Division next Sunday in Bristol, Connecticut to take on Team Delaware. Michael Bain pitched a complete game and hit a 3-run home run to help his team play in Connecticut coming this weekend. And former Parkside star, University of Delaware running back Marcus Yarns earns second preseason All-American nods. Yarns has been named to the Staff Perform FCS preseason All-America third teams after being selected to the FCS football preseason All-American team as an all-purpose player. In addition, he was named to the CAA football preseason all-conference team. He had a breakout year in 2023 and looks to turn it up a notch in his grad year. Local stars making waves at the next level. Congratulations to Marcus and best of luck this season. That over sports. Have a great day, everybody.
Soaring Over the Shore is sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
A transportation hub to the inland bays, Massey's Landing is a great place for boaters, campers, or anybody who loves the water.
Massey's Ditch runs between the Rehoboth Bay and Indian River Bay, and with views like these, it's a perfect spot to enjoy Mother Nature's beauty. But it's also an important navigation channel for both commercial and recreational boaters. The ditch is one of southern Delaware's busiest waterways, and that traffic has only ramped up thanks to a recent dredging project, ensuring this passage stays well-traveled and well-loved for years to come.
Please listen carefully. Some roofing manufacturers have produced and sold defective shingles. They're not required to notify the consumer. If your roof was installed between 1999 and 2008 and you're experiencing shingle damages or premature shingle failure, give Morse Roofing a call to see if you qualify for a new roofing system with very little out-of-pocket expense. Don't wait. Call Morse Roofing now at 302-663-0042. There's good, there's better, then there's Morse.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Overlook the Sinnapunxent Bay's salt marshes and enjoy the unspoiled beauty of Assateague Island National Seashore. Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. And the Caddy Shack Cafe and Pro Shop ensure golfers have everything they need. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Today's Weather Emoji Cast is brought to you by OC Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Summer is slowly coming to an end, so get to Johnny Janasic quick and save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% off, including clearance items. And get special financing for 36 months. Shop the end of summer clearance sale at Johnny Janasic.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
With Reynolds Wrap, cooking becomes so easy, you can feel like the chef of your kitchen. Easy prep, easy cook, easy clean. Reynolds Wrap.
Hi, I'm Joel Wharton, Sussex County farmer. Don't wait until after harvest to plant your cover crops. Consider broadcasting or interseeding cover crops into your standing cash crop. Early establishment provides more growth potential and more soil armor over winter. It also saves time because after harvest, the cover crop is already growing and protecting the soil, cycling nutrients, and preventing erosion. To learn more about the benefits and ways to establish cover crops early, contact the Sussex Conservation District because every acre counts.
Summer is slowly coming to an end, so get to Johnny Janasic quick and save up to 50%, plus an extra 10% off, including clearance items. And get special financing for 36 months. Shop the end of summer clearance sale at Johnny Janasic.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Our Tendo's casual furniture camera, we're going to drop down to 77 by 10 o'clock. Keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by Baird Mandalas, Brockstead, and Federico. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. Watching out for an afternoon thunderstorm or two, possibly, but mainly Friday, Saturday.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.